Welcome in, my friends, and if you're new, I sure would appreciate it if you would give me a thumbs up and a comment and subscribe. Our guest hosts are Kathy Jo DIY, the Painted Peach, and Brenda from Rustic And Lace. Project number 1. Our challenges were to use some sort of bath mat or dish mat and do something with it. So I just struggled with this until today. I really, has been going around in my mind of what to do. So I did find some Christmas material, and I am tearing it in 1-inch strips. Now I'm cutting the placemat in half. Not placemat, bath mat. Boy, I say the dumbest things. And then I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to cut it in the shape of a Christmas tree. That didn't take too much to take off of it, and it actually is pretty good size. Because these are kind of small for bath mats, but they'll do. And I got it at Dollar Tree. So anyway, I took the 1-inch strips and then I cut them 6 inches long. And what I'm doing is I'm tying them to the bath mat and making them into a double knot. And I just wasn't quite sure how it worked, but I just plugged away on it, and it actually came out pretty darn cute. So you could just watch me as I'm tying it away. I have 4 different materials I use. Now, I thought the smaller, when you're like doing a rug or something like that, like a rag rug or something like that, the smaller pattern you use, the better. Or you just don't even use a pattern if you want it plain. But with something like this, it just works to use a small pattern. So after I get done with that one, now I found another small pattern in the bunch of fabric. I got the fabric from Amazon. And I'm just cutting along every inch. And I'm just kind of looking through to see, well, that's just like the last one, and I don't want it all to be like that. And so then, since I didn't find any more small ones, I was like looking to see, what colors would be good. It's a nice pack. I love those moose. And I thought, this one's not my favorite, so it might be good to tear up. And I thought, you know what? This one with the green is like green or red. I was pointing out I like those reindeer. They're silly. So then I thought, okay, what am I going to do here? And I thought, the green would look really pretty nice. It'd give us different layers and different change. All right, so then I've got 4 different patterns. Now I found a canvas, and I found this paper, which I have no idea where it came from, but there were quite a few different sheets and different patterns. Maybe Amazon. And I am just Mod Podging it to the canvas. Just was cleaning up the sides there. Now I'm putting some wood glue, just kind of splashing wood glue around on the edge of it, since it was quite holey. And I'm going to take a little bit of hot glue and just sprinkle it around so it will give it a quick stay. And put it down on the canvas. Now I'm just kind of fluffing up the edges. Oh, and I found a snowflake. It's lucky I could find anything for Christmas. It's always packed away. Takes a major unpacking to find everything Christmas. But I did keep a few things on the shelf. So I painted it a metallic, kind of a metallic white with a little kind of shimmer in it. And I gave it a second coat. And I dried it again. And then I gave it a third coat. And I have this I can't remember the name of it. Got that on Amazon too. And it's kind of a glittery dust, very fine. So I just glued it in place and I just tucked the hole underneath. Okay, project number 2. We had to use a book. And not the IOD book, we had to use some kind of book. So I found this old calligraphy book that I'll never use. And I think I've already got one like this. I think this came in an estate sale. Got a whole bunch of books at an estate sale. So I'm trying to find a page that has more writing on it than the pictures. So there I go, and I'm trying to rip it, but I just don't have that strength like I used to. So I'm taking the knife and I'm giving it a few cuts. Okay, after I got that done, I'm showing you the IOD pack that has these flowers and they have poems with them. Oh, I'm taking the scissors on the edge of the scissors and I'm going along the edge to kind of rough it up, make it look a little bit old. That was kind of an old book. It did have some yellowing to it. If you have something like this, you could just go along the edge and you see how it roughens it up a little bit. So I'm taking some clear gel glue from, okay, brain fart. And I'm just going along the edge and gluing it so it stays closed. Now I've got this really pretty pink in an in a DIY color. It's like a chalk paint, but it's not. It's a clay-based paint. It's very natural, no harmful fumes or anything. Really nice. Love working with that clay paint. Here's the poem I picked out because it fit the book really nicely. And as I'm getting most of it down, I'm just kind of pulling it back as it goes down. And you have to really rub good on the lettering because the lettering is so small. That's sometimes the hardest part to go down. But usually on paint or paper, the IODs go down really nicely. They go down nicely on glass too. So I'm just taking the carrier sheet and doing a little bit of burnishing. And I am taking, oh yeah, the liquid patina. And I was trying to show you the name and I ended up dumping it out. Duh. Oh, surprising that I keep myself together. I'm old. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. I said that in the last video. So just getting it all dried out here. And I've got some Tim Holtz Distress ink that I'm just going around the edge with a little dauber to make it look older. And it's a very subtle one next to that pink. Oh, I did all along the edges too. Well, any decent book has to have a bookmark. So what I did was I used some very thin satin blue ribbon. I thought that was pretty. And I could actually use this in any book for a bookmark, which I may do. That's a good idea. I could put a charm on the end of it. Ooh, that'd look cute. And you could see on the bookmark that I put an IOD on it, and then I went around the edge with the golden ticket. That's a DIY product also. Project number 3. We could use some dowels or skewers. So I bought dowels, but these beads would not fit on the dowels, even the thinner one I bought. I needed a way thinner one, so I did have some skewers. So what I did was I am putting the beads on the skewers. And that first one, I was just trying the top to see if it would work, because I thought, well, what could I put on the top? And then I thought, oh, I've got these big beads, and I painted them the really pretty metallic white. I put a little tiny bit of glitter on those, and I'm just kind of color coordinating and not sticking the two same beads together, but just flipping the beads on. This is a really fast project, a fun project, and you could do this with kids. Hopefully, I'm here to teach you and entertain you. Projects with kids are always great. I know they've gone back to school, but seems like they'll be on Labor Day vacation if you're not going anywhere. Just grab some beads and some skewers. Somewhere in my array of stash, I have some metal ones. I found this little knob, and I put some hot glue in it and put the pointed end in there. Now I'm just kind of pushing the beads up to it. I think this one looks really cute with the pink and the purple. Oh, and if you don't know what these are for putting in plants. You could even put them outside. You can make them really tall if you have any really long dowels. And like I say, just kind of watch what the size of the bead hole is. I ordered these on Amazon, and I put in for a wide opening. There's some blingy ones, some glass ones, a few plastic ones, different shapes. And then at the bottom, what I did was I put a little bit of glue on a bead. Then I slid the last one on, and then I put a little bit of glue down in the bead hole with the glue gun. Here's some more I'm pulling out. I thought, well, I've got 5 skewers. I might as well use them up because I have plenty of beads. You can even order them in colors of what you want. That's what these little packets are I have. And then I have some bigger packets. And of course, you can do all kinds of things with these beads. And I'm putting a little more glue down in the hole. Now I'm sliding the bead on, and it should hold it right up to it. I think these red ones are really pretty. So whatever your taste is, whatever your color is. If you want to put them in your inside plants, they're darling. So that's my big skewer project. Now I'll have to figure out something to do with the dowels I bought. A little bit more glue in the bottom. I did this one that was really light with a lot of white in it, clear in it.
Going to be laughing so hard. That's Jeremy's best friend.
And there's all 5 of them. Thanks for visiting. I hope I see you next time real soon. Bye.